Oh, this is Lily.
Oh, hi, Lily.
This is the important one. This is actually my traveling companion. She's a Chorky, and yeah, I just love her to death, and she enjoys her life.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my next video. Today, I'm meeting Bradley. Hi, Brad.
How you doing, Bob?
And Brad's in a really beautiful Sunrader. Probably not a lot of you are very familiar with Sunraders, but I think when we're done here, you're going to be lusting after one yourself.
Probably. I did.
I have loved these things from a distance for a long, long time. They're just really fantastic rigs.
For sure.
So, Brad, tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you on the road full time?
I am. I've been on the road full time now for 3 years. I took an extra 2 years while I was working to take this thing in my backyard and build it out, convert it to 4-wheel drive, put a bigger motor in it, and make it capable of sustaining me for 2 weeks at a time in the backwoods. I needed to make a change in my life because of health issues and other things, and I started looking at what van life was, what it was all about, and this really just translated into that, but met a little bit more of my needs for the type of rig I was looking for.
For that, you need 4-wheel drive, and you said this had started life as a 2-wheel drive.
As a 2-wheel drive, yes, and so I converted it to 4-wheel drive, yeah.
And it's got big tires on it now, and a lift. Well, when you did the conversion.
When I did the conversion, that pretty much took care of the lift for me. In a rig like this, if anybody's thinking of doing something like this, what I always recommend is put your money in the suspension. This is all custom suspension. The springs, everything are built for the weight of the rig. The shocks are built for the weight of the rig.
Are you retired now?
I am retired now, yes. I had a small business and needed to sell it, so I sold it, and it's going to keep me on the road for about another 2.5 more years. I'm hoping to get my YouTube and my Instagram growing and people following my journey, my travels, and hopefully that helps sustain and keeps me on the road longer.
Yeah, so folks, go to his YouTube channel. You'll be very, very glad you did. And tell us again what it is.
Sunroamer Overland. That's Instagram and YouTube.
So as soon as we're done here, go look and subscribe.
Please.
Well, why don't we take a look around?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this began life from the factory as a Toyota 2-wheel drive pickup with the Sunrader box on.
That's correct.
And you just converted it to 4-wheel drive. Converted to
4-wheel drive, yeah. And this was fully gutted when I got it, so everything you see inside, I also did the inside.
And before we go in, it's a fiberglass shell.
Yes.
And has that worked well for you?
Oh, they are tremendous, and it's one of the things why these are so rare, and it's why it's so hard to find them. There's no ingress-free water. These shells are incredible. They're very flexible, and I built it on the inside based on its flexibility, not trying to make everything rigid, so that when I take it on trails, it actually can flex and move and not break things apart.
Okay, let's take a look inside.
Yeah. Come on, Stinker, let's show them the inside. So the Sunrader is one of the nice things. It's this incredible picturesque window setup. Yes. 3 windows in the back, gives you incredible views. I wanted to keep that, so the original Sunraders did have this seating setup where it goes in the back and opens up, but I wanted something that, they also had another set which was just the 2 seats, and so what I decided to do instead is just to make this movable. So now, when I've got a beautiful view, I can set my computer up here and work and just look out my windows.
So that's very nice, and lots of storage underneath, I assume?
Yep, I have all my winter clothes I keep down here. I have a diesel heater as a secondary heating source underneath, and then my water tank and such things are on this side.
And you have quite a bit of overhead storage.
Yeah, so I keep my regular clothes and Lily's clothes on these 2. And then you can see the L-track that I also have on the outside is on the inside. And that stuff is just incredibly great for storage, moving things around, awning on the outside I use it for.
And so you do have a wood stove.
Yes, that is my primary heat. I spend about 7 to 8 months a year in Colorado up in the mountains. And so I use my wood stove quite a bit. That is the Cubic Mini Grizzly, so it's the next step up from the Cub.
More storage underneath.
More storage underneath, never wasting space.
No.
So this is my canned goods storage. and it's fully adjustable as the cans change. And of course I have, this is all removable stuff. I move them back and forth right to left, but I have my Nature's Head toilet in here.
And how
I'll
does
just
that work
slide
for
it
you?
out. They work really well, but I think something that people don't realize is it needs at least 3 to 3.5 months to compost in these. Otherwise, you're not dumping out compost.
No.
So sometimes it can be difficult for 2 people or more.
Right.
Yeah, I found out.
And then here's your kitchen setup, and looks like your electrical center.
Yes, I have 200 amp hours of lithium and 365 watts of solar on the top. For what I do, it's more than enough. One neat thing is these guys, I just did this year. These are actually from Home Depot, and they are just plastic pegboard. And so what I did is I just took, because it's offset, I was able to just tie knots anywhere I needed, and this doesn't go anywhere. And I off-road this thing, and this stuff just all stays. So this is my spice set, and people are like, well, don't they fall down? But these are metal. So what I did is I did a walnut insert, and then I countersunk a magnet inside. So these just lock right in.
Wow, pop right in, don't come out.
They don't go anywhere.
And no sink?
No sink. I had one. And I found that I honestly did not use it because I was trying to keep my water as much as possible, not waste water. So it became a storage unit, and then it also just kind of got gunky at the bottom, and I was like, I could use that extra space.
Right, absolutely.
So I did this instead. I did a double, basically my countertop is a cutting board. So it works really well, and then I just use this for a sink when I need it.
Right.
And I can use it outside. And I mostly only use this as a sink when I have a water source.
Personally, I use my spray bottle for 90% of everything I do.
That's exactly how I clean my dishes.
And I can go a quart in the water in that for a week easy.
Right.
2.
Yep. I don't know if you've seen these. These are called Sidio Crates. And they're just like milk crates, but if you look in here, you'll see they have all these numbers. They have sliders. So as your needs change, these can change wherever you need them to go. And these hold everything in. These are just tool rolls that I got, and I keep them locked. And I've got 3 of them, and I can move them around different places, but they keep all this stuff in while I'm traveling off-road. So this is the sleeping area, and it's just real simple. I do have my coats and stuff up here, so I'll have to take and move them down, when I use the bed. But it's a great sleeping area, very comfortable. If you haven't heard of it, a mattress I highly recommend is a Exped Duo. Great. It's an air foam, so it's fully adjustable to whether you like a firmer or a softer, and it's also a very good insulating factor. Up front, because I'm really conscious about space and I only have Lily, I have my refrigerator as my passenger.
Took out your seat?
Took out my seat completely. So it's a 75 quart Dometic fridge freezer. I also normally keep a e-bike in here, and I mount my e-bike off of here. So basically the wheel comes off, and then it locks onto here and sits right through here. I did that so I don't have to worry about theft, of course. And it also keeps the bike really clean.
Yeah.
I do have 4 cameras on the rig, and those are specifically for driving. I have them on toggle switches on my 7-inch screen. So when I'm driving, I have no blind spots.
And this is just more storage.
Extra storage, kitchen area. I keep my camera gear and stuff in here as I do YouTube and Instagram. And it also acts as a step and an extra seat.
Sure like the way you did the roof.
Yeah,
it's
thanks.
really
That's
nice.
a 1/4-inch cedar. Super lightweight, but really nice and smells good too. So I have across the bottom here, this is more for my, in the snow, I'll use this, like I'll have my e-bike underneath here and my wood storage and stuff. And then if I need to put the big one up for getting out of the door, then I can run my one up there with 2 poles out here.
So you do a lot of winter camping?
I do a lot of winter camping, yes. Then I've got my big storage unit back here. Got just a real simple pop-down table. I use hood pins to hold that in. I keep my grill inside. All my recovery gear goes in here also. I have a wee boost, pop that up, and this has been really nice. A little extra weight on the rear end, but it has been really nice having it.
So you have historic vehicle plates. What year is this?
Yes, it is a 1982, but Arizona is a little bit more lenient on getting historical plates. The front is Raptor lined to make it rough and tough in the woods. It's like your bed liner, so it's a real rough texture.
So, you know, if you're an overlander, you got to have a winch, and it looks like you got a nice one.
Yeah, I've got a Smittybilt 10,000 pound winch.
Wow.
For the weight of the vehicle.
Yeah.
The only time I've used it so far, luckily, is to pull other people out of the bad situations.
Right.
I also built the bumper. I needed something that basically would collapse if it hit something really hard, like a big animal, and would save the frame. And this is my fun toy. If you're familiar with these or not, but this is a hammock mount.
Oh, I am not familiar.
Okay, these are so cool. This is called Adventure Hammock System. So both arms do that, and then they do that, and you put your hammock in between.
Wow.
So you hammock anywhere. These are small tanks. It's only a 17-gallon tank, and a lot of the places I like to go are going to be longer stretches of road. So I needed a couple gas cans, jerry cans. I already have the storage unit in the back, so it was going to be really difficult to add them to that. And again, since I'm not using the passenger door, although I can if I remove these, I made this mount low enough that the door will still swing open. I keep these empty most of the time unless I'm going to be traveling into a location where I know I'm going to need the extra fuel.
So right now, how are you supporting yourself?
So I had a small business. I installed real estate posts for realtors. So I sold that business. COVID hit, and it kind of altered my plans a little bit. So I started looking at van life and what it was all about, and decided to something a little bit more to my liking.
So you're just living on savings from your business?
So I'm living on savings from the business right now. That'll last me another 2.5 years or so, and then then we have to figure it out from there. Right. But I don't plan on going back, and like I said, I did have health issues, so that would affect me from trying to get another full-time job. So I've got to make it work.
I didn't ask, how do you take a shower?
Like most, probably don't take one as often as I should. It's kind of interesting. One of the things with my health issue is I don't sweat. And so I overheat, unfortunately, and that's why I don't spend a lot of time in Arizona where I actually live. So I don't have to worry about it as much, but I just sponge bath pretty much. And when I do really need one, then I'll go to Love's or something like that and pay for a shower.
Well, Brad, thank you so much for sharing your home with us. I'm another vehicle that I'm going to lust after and dream about.
I'm sorry.
If you got anything out of this video, then like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks,
now.
Bob.